Hey boys and girls, Mr. Jimmy again. Probably getting tired of hearing my voice. Anyways, I want to take a look at also another part of lesson 5.3, which is reasoning with angle measures. Again, if I started this section, a lot of this will be vocabulary for these first couple lessons. Some new terms here for us possibly. Basic vocabulary, complementary angles. Complementary angles. And I hope I'm spelling that right and it's not an I as opposed to an E, which I don't think it is. So complementary angles. Now, two adjacent angles. Now, we just talked about adjacent angles in the previous video. Two adjacent angles, so that means they are next to each other. They share the same side, same vertex, that equal 90 degrees when both angles are added together. So they have to be a total of 90 degrees. Now, I know Miss Banjoff always has a trick to remember complementary angles, and I think it has to do with this P here. And if you flip the P around, it really looks like a 9, and you just add a 0 to the end, and that's 90 degrees. And we'll get down to supplementary in a second here. So if I take a look here, let me label this here. Let's go with our basic ABC. A, B, C, angle ABC. We don't know the measure of it. I'll put a little X here. That's the unknown. We do know measure angle CB, and we'll just call this D. We do know angle CBD is 27 degrees. We want to find this angles. We want to find angle CBD's complement. So we know that the measure, that's what the M stands for, the measure of angle CBD equals 27 degrees. That's not a secret. The secret is we don't know the measure of its complement. The angle that shares the same side, which in this case would be side CB, or they share ray BC, sorry. What's the one that shares it? Well, they were looking for angle A, B, and C. Angle A, B, C. So we need to find the measure of angle A, B, C. And as I showed in the previous video, notice these are adjacent because they share the same vertex and they also share the same side. Okay. Now I know that together, and I could tell this because this is a right triangle. This is a triangle, or square. So that indicates this is a right angle. I'm getting confused with my Pythagorean theorem. We know that this is a right angle, so we know that altogether from this ray, from ray AB to ray BD, that must altogether equal 90 degrees. Well, these two are complements to each other because they have a common side, share the same vertex, and together equal 90. Well, if I know this is 27, the best way to figure out the measure of angle ABC is to take what I need altogether, which is 97, the whole, and subtract from it the part I already have, which is a 27. When I subtract this, this will give me a 10, that's 3. That would give me an 8, which is 6. That would give me the measure of angle ABC is 63 degrees. And to check this, I could just say, hey, 7 plus 3 is 10. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. That would give me 90 degrees. So I know that these two, are complements. Now I go to supplementary angles. Remember how I talked about here in this Banjoff secret? There's one P, I circle it. If you rotate the P around, it becomes like a 9, you add a 0, it's 90. Well, notice supplementary has two P's in it. Two P's in it. So I'll take a 90, I'll take it and turn it, make that a 90, plus another 90, and that'll equal 180 degrees. So supplementary angles, there are two adjacent angles that equal 180 degrees when both angles are added together. So let me just label this one real quick. Let's call it S, T, U, and we'll call this V. Okay, I could see right here that angle, the measure, and that's why I'm putting the M here, the measure of angle S, T, U is equal to 42 degrees. Okay, I need to find the measure of its supplement. So it has to have they are adjacent angles, so that means they share a common side and a common vertex. Well, the only vertex is T, so I'm going to put a little blank line here. I know the vertex has to be a T, that's in the middle, and a blank line here. So let's see here. Here's my common side, TU, because that's the only one that has that vertex connected to it. So it has to be U, T, V. So U, T, and I have to make sure my U's and V's don't look the same, V. Notice they both have a UT, so we know that they have a common side and a common vertex. Now, let's take a look. This one, it had to equal 180 degrees. Well, I know altogether it had to equal 180. Well, I already have 42 degrees, so let's find out what I need still to add to 42 to get 180. So I'll just subtract 42 from 180. That gives me a 10. This gives me a 7. 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 4 is 3. That is 138 degrees. So the measure of angle UTV is 138 degrees. And then I should really go up here and say this measure is 63 degrees. And you will notice here, just like I did kind of that arc here, this here looks to me to be a half circle. If a whole circle is 360 degrees, half of it would be 180, so that these two together kind of fall under this umbrella of 180 degrees. And I could check this by simply adding 42 plus 138. That gives me 10, 7, 8, 180 degrees. I am good to go. All right, hope this helps you with complementary and supplementary angles. Take care.